It's usually the girls playing first and then the guys. Well, tonight the girls are not playing because of the Allen County-Scottsville Lady Patriot team having some COVID issues. So tonight's girls game has been canceled, and I'm not sure if it'll be made up or not because there's not a whole lot of open dates left on the calendar. But tonight the Trojans take on the Patriots, and this is a 6 o'clock contest between the Trojans and Patriots. There's going to be a junior varsity game to follow. But here we are courtside at Barren County High School. Glad to have you with us tonight. Here on a Friday night, the Trojans come in 9-3. Patriots are 8-2. They were undefeated in district play. The Patriots receiving the number 1 seed. Barren County the number 2 seed at 2-1. And the Trojans losing to the Patriots back on January the 15th by a score of 52-46, as it was Mason Shirley that had 22 of Allen County-Scottsville's 52 points in that game. They shot 45.5% from the field on 20 of 44 and were 3 of 12 from behind the arc. Barren County only shot 30.8% for the game, 16 of 52 and 5 of 15 on threes. Tay Pointer and Mason Griggs led the way in scoring. Pointer had 11, Griggs had 10. It was a game where the Trojans had a 9-point lead at halftime and went on a huge drought in the second half, Robert, and they got down and never was able to get the lead back.
I think we went from 3 minutes of one period to 3 minutes of the next period. It was about an 8-minute drought, and we played really well that first half, looked very promising, and all system failure on offense led them to them being Allen County to come back and grab that 1 seed out of our hands.
The Patriots winning over Glasgow Tuesday night, 76-59. Jax Cooper had 18. Mason Shirley had 15 points and 10 rebounds, and Michael Smith had 15 points in that game. They shot 50% from the field against the Scotties, hit 6 of 19 from behind the arc, and 18 of 19 from the foul line. The Patriots on a 4-game win streak right now. Barren County winning over a good Pulaski County team Tuesday night, 62-59. Mason Griggs scored 16 of his 22 total points in the second half, while Tay Pointer knocked down 4 threes in the game to finish with 16, and Gavin Withrow added 13 for Coach Warren Cunningham. The Trojans shot the ball pretty well, 47% on 24-51, and hit 5 of 8 3-point shots. And the Trojans are on a 6-game win streak. They've won 9 of their last 10. That only loss coming to the Patriots. And for Allen County-Scottsville, rated 5th in the Lexington Herald Leader this week in Region 4. They were number 4 in the Bowling Green Daily News Prep Poll, number 5 in the Sporting Times. So 5th in 2 polls, 4th in another, while the Trojans were ranked 4th in the Lexington Herald Leader and number 7 in the Bowling Green Daily News and the Sporting Times polls. So should be an interesting ball game, even though it doesn't really count as a district game. It doesn't count on the regulars as far as the district standings are concerned because they're already set.
It doesn't count there, but it counts pretty much everywhere else. Yeah. It counts on your record, it counts in the rivalry, and I think if you told the kids it doesn't count, they would laugh at you, kind of like Warren said. You know, he's been on both sides of it, so he for sure knows what this rivalry means to Barren and Allen County, and this starts a tough stretch for us. We have Allen County tonight, obviously Central tomorrow. Central beat this Allen County team by 20, I think, and then we have Clinton County and Glasgow to round out the week. So this is a tough start of a week stretch for the boys that will really maybe set the tone for the rest of the season.
They've also inserted South Warren coming in on Tuesday night in a game because of some COVID issues with some other teams, and it's just it's a topsy-turvy, just crazy type of schedule that both Trojans and Trojanettes are having to play because either one of the teams cancel on you because of COVID, or you're going to have to try to find somebody else to play. And of course, Piper Lindsay did not have a chance to get another team, a girls team, to come in tonight, but they have made up a game with Monroe County on Tuesday night at Monroe, and they will also play at Metcalfe County next Thursday night. We'll get into all that later, though, because it's just too much to try to consume right now. But since the Barren County win, Allen County-Scottsville lost to Warren Central by 30 points, 77-47. Mason Shirley and Trace McIntyre did not play in that game. They beat Clinton County in Albany 61-59. They beat Monroe by 9, Hancock County by 31, and then Glasgow Tuesday night by 17. The Trojans, since the Allen County-Scottsville loss, have reeled off wins against Hart County by 9, Logan County by 13, Monroe County by 28, Central Hardin by 1 in overtime, beat Glasgow by 7 in a district game, and then Pulaski County by 3 on Tuesday night. Well, this is the pregame report. Tip off the season with huge savings and score big at Don Franklin Glasgow. This is the Don Franklin Glasgow Countdown to Tip Off pregame report on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. To the Patriots, Allen County-Scottsville averages 63.7 points a game, and they give up 55.2. They shoot 48% from the field, almost 31% on threes, averaging about 4.5 threes a game, shooting 69% from the foul line and averaging 29 rebounds a game. The Trojans are averaging 59.3 points a game as they allow 54.8 to their opponents, 42.5% from the field, 33.1 on three-point shots, averaging 4.7 threes a game. 68.6% from the foul line, averaging 25.4 rebounds a game. On the schedule for tonight, games around the area brought to you by CRS Construction, providing exceptional construction service with the highest attention to detail. Several doubleheaders tonight, unless some of these have got canceled at the last hour. Russell County at Adair County, Bowling Green at Warren Central, Caverna at Glasgow, Central Hardin at Greene County, South Warrens at Greenwood, and some other games tonight. Logan County girls at Franklin Simpson. The boys are not playing tonight due to some COVID issues. Clinton County boys are at Monroe County. The girls aren't playing because of COVID issues. And that's the Clinton girls, of course. Russellville girls at Todd Central. The boys aren't playing with that one. Whitesville Trinity boys at Edmonson County. The Meade County girls at Hart County. Davis County boys at Hart County. And at last report, 20 girls and 23 boys games were canceled across the state. And there may be more than that. I checked. That was at 1 o'clock this afternoon.
It's very hard to get get a doubleheader in right now with your boys and girls, whether that's your team or the opponent that you're supposed to play.
Yeah. Starting lineups when we come back after this break. This is the Don Franklin Glasgow Countdown to Tip-Off pregame report on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. SCRTC Total Communications for the Allen County-Scottsville Patriots under third-year head coach Brad Bonds. This will be his final season as the head coach of the basketball Patriots, as he'll focus more on softball after the basketball season is over. Mason Shirley, a 6'1 senior, averaging 17.7 points and 5 rebounds. Michael Smith, a 6'2 senior, 10.5 points, 6.5 rebounds. Wyatt Coffey, 6'4 junior, 6.7 points a game. Jax Cooper, 6'4 senior, 13.6 points and 6 rebounds. And Trace McIntyre, a 6' senior, averaging just under 6 points a game. Warren Cunningham at his 13th season at Barren County, the Trojans. Starting lineup, Gavin Withrow, 5'9", 150 senior, averaging just under 10 a game. Tate Warner, 6', 160 junior, averaging 11.5. Ryan Shirley, 6'2", 190 a junior, averaging 8 points and 5 rebounds. Mason Griggs, 6'1", 155 at a junior, averaging 11 points and 4 rebounds. And the other starter, Corbin Murphy, 6'3", 235 at a senior, averaging 2 points a game. Baxby's keys to the game real quick, Robert.
Jax Cooper's been playing really good lately, but so that takes a lot of pressure off Shirley and makes us have somebody else we have to guard. So we got to guard Cooper and Shirley and get on the boards tonight.
Game officials brought to you by Barren County Sheriff Kent King. They are Mark Curry, Scott Daniels, and Doug Gott. And we'll have the Farmers RACC Jackie Browning Memorial opening half of the first quarter of action, brought to you by German American Bank, supporting the communities they serve and believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Back with the start of the ball game in just a moment. This is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. white numbers and letters outlined in red. And the Barren County Trojans in their home white with burgundy and gold numbers and letters, burgundy gold and gold trim. And the Trojans, let's see, I believe Allen County-Scottsville will get the basketball first. Jax Cooper across the way will toss it in. You're listening to Nash 103.7 WHHT FM, Cave City, Glasgow, online at 104thescore.com and on BCHS Live. We're underway. Mason Shirley with a basketball for the Patriots. Gets a screen out top, drives, pulls up jumper, 15-footer, good.
Not sure that's the way you want to get him started with a wide open look from 15.
Yep. Pointer with it, out to Withrow. Over the left side it goes to Griggs. Bounce pass back to Withrow. Out between the circles. He'll work it inside there to Ryan Shirley. Back to Withrow. Fires it down inside to Murphy. Out to Pointer for the three-point shot, and he knocks it down.
We'll get him started that way, though. He was hot the other night. We're glad to see it continue.
3-2 Barren County. Here's Mason Shirley, and gives it over the left side now to Coffey. Back out to Shirley to set it up. Goes with it over the right side to Cooper. Cooper over to Shirley, left to the circle, wants to drive in lane. Here's his leaning shot up and in with a one-hander. 4-3, Patriots.
1-2-2 from Allen County off their second make.
Yep. And the ball skips away. Pointer tried to go for the ball. They're going to say it went off Tay Pointer and out of bounds.
I think that's the right call. He had it deflected off his hand.
Yep.
We weren't exactly ready for it.
Mason Shirley with it for the Patriots. Looking over at Coach Brad Bonds, calls the play. Left side it goes to McIntyre with Pointer guarding him. Out to Coffey. Now Coffey sends it inside there to Cooper. Cooper almost lost the handle, trying to scoop it up off the floor, diving for it. Loose ball, and we got a jump ball, possession arrow to the Trojans.
Griggs thought about it and then got on the floor and ended up, I think that was, who was that? Gavin that got the jump ball?
Yeah. So the Trojans have it, trailing 4-3. We played a minute and a half of the first quarter. Griggs with the basketball. Works through the trap, goes in the corner. Pointer for three. Got it.
Ready and waiting. Good job splitting the trap, and Tay was ready to catch and shoot.
Two People's Banks threes to start the ball game for the Trojans. Here's a bad pass from Shirley. Tried to whip it down low underneath the Coffey, and it went out of bounds.
90-mile-an-hour pass. Wouldn't have been able to catch it even if it was on line.
Barren County with a 6-4 lead. Here's Pointer deep on the right side. Sliding over, gives to Withrow. He'll fire the three. It's off the mark. Rebounding there by Murphy, and they're going to call him for an extra step as he came down.
Trying to regain his balance.
6:05 to go here in the first quarter. It is 6-4 in favor of the Trojans as Mason Shirley handles the basketball. On the dribble against Withrow, pulls over an 18-foot jumper, knocks it down.
Feeling it early, isn't he?
Yeah. And he has all 6 points for Allen County-Scottsville. Working, and it's taken away, and then Cooper, I thought he dribbled it off the back of his foot, but apparently the Trojans touched it last.
Might have went off Ryan Shirley's. I'm not sure why Ryan's not guarding his cousin Mason there. He's off on Coffey. That was the matchup the first game, and it looks like we switched Gavin off on him. We'll see if it stays like that.
There's Shirley trying to dump it in, knocked away, and it's going to come into the back court, and picked up by Mason Shirley. Working against Withrow, one-on-one. Now still dribbling, trying to force up the shot, and it's no good. Got his own rebound, back up in the lane, in and out. Another offensive rebound and a putback. It's by McIntyre, and he's fouled.
We were standing and watching the ball. The rebound off of Shirley's first shot hit the floor, and he was able to go get it himself, and then gave them another rebound after that.
Trace McIntyre. Free throw is up. It is good. 7-6. Patriots on top. 5:14 to go here in the first quarter. Second shot on the way. Good again for McIntyre. A couple of substitutions for Allen County-Scottsville as they bring in Jordan Turner, a 6'1 sophomore, number 10. And let's see who else came in. Number 5, that's Jake Bowe, a 5'8 senior.
Their bench players interchange pretty much, but their main two stay out there pretty much the whole time.
Tay Pointer wants to penetrate. He'll kick it over to Griggs. Fakes, drives in. He's cut off at the free throw line. Needs some help. Turns and bounces it back out to Pointer. Pointer trying to get the screen. They're going to call a moving screen on Griggs. And that's his first and Barren County's second team foul.
Not much of a moving screen from what we've seen called this year.
Nope. Seen a lot worse.
Yeah, not called.
Yeah. Bowe with it on the left side. Bowe sends it out to Shirley, top of the circle. Feeds it in there to Cooper. Turns and fires over Shirley. It is short. Pointer with a rebound for the Trojans. He'll give it off to Withrow. Withrow sends it back over to Pointer. Fakes the three, drives into the lane, and now he'll kick it off in the right corner to Withrow. He'll dribble it out, circles out, gives it in there to Griggs, curling into the paint, and now in trouble. Has to force up the shot. It's blocked by Turner and taken by the Patriots. Here's Mason Shirley. Whips it cross court over to Cooper. Cooper driving, free throw line. His jump shot is up, and it's in and out. Rebound to Corbin Murphy. Withrow cutting toward the middle. He'll give it out to Ryan Shirley. Back over to Withrow. Left side it goes to Griggs. Now Griggs wants to curl into the paint. Here's his jump shot. It rims good.
That's a tough shot. Might have had his arm grabbed, but had the strength to fight through it.
8-8 the score. 3:54 to play, first quarter. Bowe with it deep on the right side for Allen County-Scottsville. And here's Turner with a jump shot, 17-footer. It's in there.
Nobody averages over 5 points a game outside of the three that average in double figures. We can't let them get the bucket full of points.
Patriots 10, Trojans 8. Griggs behind the arc on the left side. Inside, here's Murphy going up strong with a shot. Too strong against the window. Rebound to Mason Shirley. Ahead up to Bowe on the left side. Bowe picks up his dribble. Throws it in there to Turner in the key. He'll back out of there with it. Now Turner goes right side with it to Cooper. Feeds it down in there to Bowe. He'll come back out behind the arc on the right side of the floor. Michael Smith hands it off to Mason Shirley. Smith setting the screen, and he'll fire up a three-point shot, and he knocks the bottom out of it.
Well, he's at 19. That's his 20th three on the year.
9 points for Shirley here in the quarter, 13-8, a three by Pointer, no good. Long rebound comes off to Bowe, ahead up to Cooper on the left side, a whistle, and a traveling violation on Cooper.
We can't get in a three-point shooting contest. I don't think Shirley has missed tonight, but, we can't try to match him bucket for bucket.
Yeah. Patriots have a 13-8 lead as Lane Stevens is checked into the Trojan lineup, 6 foot 155 and a junior. Ryan Shirley hands it off to Pointer. Got Bowe guarding him. Now feeds it down low. Shirley posted up in there against Cooper, trying to work his way in. Going up with a shot. He's fouled by Cooper. That'll be his first and the Patriots' first team foul. Ryan Shirley at the line, 80.5% on the season from the charity stripe. He'll get 2 shots here. First one on the way in there. Eli Brooks, 6'6", 165 sophomore, comes in to replace Gavin Withrow. 13-9 Patriots. Shirley back at the stripe for one more for the Trojans, and the shot is missed. Rebound to Cooper for Allen County-Scottsville. Mason Shirley right side of the floor. Taking Griggs one-on-one. Trying to backtrack in. Picks up his dribble. Needs help. Comes out to Bowe. Bowe's wanting to dribble and go up against Pointer. Shot comes up short. Cooper with the rebound. Back up, no good. Ball slapped out of bounds, and the Patriots will get it back.
You'll take Bowe driving off balance all day, but we continue to give up rebound after rebound to Allen County, who averages 29 of them a game.
Shirley will pitch it way out of the backcourt to Bowe. Bowe crossover to the left. Now looks for Shirley as Griggs is guarding him. He's going to fire a long three over Griggs. It's no good. Up high for the rebound is Eli Brooks. Trying to dribble out of trouble against Cooper. Up court it goes to Griggs down the right corner. Lane Stevens for three. No good. Griggs tried to get the rebound, got a hand on it, but Bowe has it for Allen County-Scottsville driving. He got a little bit out of control. Missed it badly. Taken by Ryan Shirley for the Trojans. Over to Brooks. Thought about the three and feeds it underneath the lane. Stevens has a shot blocked. Loose ball. Ryan Shirley's got it. Goes strong. Missed it. May have got fouled. No call. Back up again. No good. And Cooper with a rebound for the Patriots.
Got to cash in. All those from point blank.
Here's Bo with it. Halfway the corner, left-hand side for Allen County-Scottsville. Cooper launches a three. It's short. Off the right side, a long rebound to the right side to Tay Pointer.
Not his game. You'll let him have that.
Mason Griggs into the front court with it to set it up for Barren County. It goes left side with it over to Pointer. Now Pointer looking for a cutter. Coming out to get it, Brooks. Right side it goes to Griggs. 1:10 left in the quarter. Left side, Brooks can't shoot the three. Spin move. Going up with a shot. It's no good, but he gets fouled. And I believe it's on Turner. And that'll be his first. Allen County-Scottsville's second team foul. And so Eli Brooks has hit 11 of 12 free throws this year for the Trojans, and he sinks that one. Averaging 2.5 points a game. Bo and Cooper checking out for Coach Brad Bonds as they get Coffey back in along with McIntyre.
A little bit easier lineup to guard without their two 15-point scorers in there.
And Brooks hits both. They also got Jake Sykes, or Josh Sykes in the ball game, a 5'8 junior for Allen County-Scottsville. 13-11, Trojans down 2. 57 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Sykes sends it over to McIntyre. McIntyre, the right side, the right elbow, had it smacked out of his hands. Comes to the hands of Lane Stevens. There's Withrow. Bringing it up court for the Trojans. Off the right side to Lane Stevens. Stevens on the dribble, looking, needs help, goes down the corner on the right side to Ryan Shirley. Ryan Shirley will send it back out to Griggs. Griggs wants to drive. He's cut off. Has to hand it off out there to Withrow. Withrow over to Brooks. Fakes the three. Moves in for a 15-foot jumper. Good.
It's a shot that he's comfortable with. He's got to consistently make for us to go to the next level.
A 5-0 run by the Trojans, trailing 13-8. Came back and tied it up here with 15 seconds to play. Mason Shirley with a basketball. Down to 10. Here's the screen, but he's going left side with it. Almost had it poked out of his hands by Griggs. Griggs trying to stay with him. Forces up the three-point shot. It's way off the mark. Brooks with a rebound. Desperation throw will go out of bounds. That's the end of the first quarter. The Trojans and Patriots deadlocked at 13 after one period of play. Back with the second quarter after this timeout. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. Presented by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Jay Turner with Robert Bauer. Matthew Clark in the studios tonight on the controls. Patriots with the basketball. Mason Shirley into the front court with it for ACS. Right side it goes to Coffey. Guarded by Brooks. It comes out to McIntyre, left of the circle. Gets rid of it to Mason Shirley. Looking down inside there. Here's the lob. Down low to Smith. Smith goes across the lane. Ball's loose in the lane, but picked up by McIntyre. He'll throw it up, miss the rim. And comes in the hands of Ryan Shirley, and he's going to be fouled by Coffey. His first, that'll be 3 on the Patriots here in the first half. And now Sykes will return to the Patriot lineup. Corbin Murphy back in for the Trojans. Patriots man-to-man. Withrow picks up his dribble. Bounce in there to Lane Stevens. He'll send it over to Pointer. Back behind the arc. Can't shoot. Back out to Withrow. Trying to penetrate right of the lane. He can't. Has to bring it back out. Gets Sykes all over him. Brooks trying to make a move. And now ball gets away. Goes out of bounds. I'm going to say Brooks touched it last.
He did. He tried to get it back from McIntyre, but tapped it out of bounds.
Mason Shirley out of the game right now for the Patriots. Almost a minute gone here in the second quarter. We're tied at 13. Smith with it, left of the circle. Feeds it in there to Coffey. Pump fake, goes up with a jumper. It's no good. Brooks with the rebound. Hands it off to Withrow. Now Withrow. Gets it out to Brooks, top of the key. Hands it back to Withrow. Three if it goes. No. And it came off the left side of the rim. It went out of bounds.
I don't think Coach Bonds was too happy with his team's shot selection in the first half. You know, dribble, pass, and then shoot something up. Not much rotation or movement. It's good. It's a lot of credit to our defense, though.
And here's Cooper giving it out to McIntyre against Pointer. McIntyre left of the circle, gives over to Sykes on the left side. Sykes out to Cooper. Now out top it goes to McIntyre. Down low, Sykes, little pump fake, throws up the shot. It's no good. Battle for the rebound. Crashing in there for the board is Corbin Murphy. And then Smith reaches in and ties it up. And it will be Barren County's basketball on the alternating possession.
Lane gave us a couple good minutes there. He's really bodying up and battling against Cooper, even though he gives up a few pounds.
Played almost 2 minutes. Neither team has scored here in the second quarter. Left elbow, Griggs throws it out to Pointer. Can't shoot the three. Takes it to the corner, gives it out to Griggs. A long three. Swish.
Deep three. Cooper fell down, and I thought we had an opportunity to take it, but he stepped out and knocked it down.
Peoples bank three. Well, McIntyre
definitely walked.
Nobody on him, and out. The official didn't see it. Here's Jake Sykes, turns and gives it out to Smith. 16-13, Trojans lead it here with 5:43 to play in the first half. Cooper with the basketball. Wheels it down to McIntyre. Free throw line shot by Coffey is no good. Smith with the offensive boards. It came over the top of Corbin Murphy. Down inside, here's Coffey putting it up and in and draws a foul.
Tate tried to foul to prevent the layup, but he didn't get enough of the hand or the ball to do that.
That'll be his first. Barren County's third of the half. Ryan Shirley back in the Trojan lineup for Eli Brooks. Brooks scoring 4 points there in that first quarter. Field goal and 2 free throws. Sykes checking out for Allen County-Scottsville. Mason Shirley is back in. And here's Coffey at the line. Chance to make an old-fashioned three-point play. Puts it up. It is good. Ties it up at 16 with 5:30 to play here in the second quarter as Bowe and Turner back in for the Patriots. Barren County with the basketball. Withrow into the front court against Mason Shirley. Jump pass down on the right elbow there to Griggs. He turns on the dribble, trying to split the defenders. Turns, puts it up, banked it in.
Took on 2 of them. Somebody had to be open, but he still got the bucket.
People's bank shot. And there was another walk, and they didn't see it. Here's Mason Shirley driving, slicing his way in, puts up the shot, good, and a foul. Foul is on Gavin Withrow. That'll be his first. Barren County's fourth of the half.
We got to stay down to slide our feet. We were standing straight up and couldn't slide over to cut off Shirley.
Mason Shirley with 11 points in the first half. He scored 9 of those in the first quarter. He's at the line. He's an 88.5% foul shooter. Shot is good.
They get to the line almost 18 times a game. We cannot let that number get there tonight.
He's 4 for 4, or Allen is 4 for 4 so far here in the first half. 19-18, Patriots back on top by 1. Pointer giving it out to Griggs, right side to Colton Stevens, who's in the game. And a bad pass. It has Shirley got a hand on it, but Griggs there to grab it. Can't shoot, gives it to Colton Stevens, over to Pointer. And now Pointer trying to throw it over the top, had it batted back right back to him by Bowe. Battling there's Ryan Shirley, and then they threw it away. Here's Mason Shirley with the basketball for the Patriots. Shirley, bounce pass underneath, shot blocked by Griggs, taken by Corbin Murphy, and then Smith reaches in and fouls Corbin Murphy.
That was a great block, and it ricocheted off his foot to stay in bounds, so we were able to chase it down.
Glasgow girls lead Caverna 13-8 after one period of play in the Coca-Cola scoreboard. 19-18, Allen County-Scottsville. The Patriots by 1 over the Trojans. And working up the baseline, the ball skips away, taken by Bowe. Off to Mason Shirley. Shirley out around the perimeter. They go right side with it to Cooper. He lost his footing, lost the handle. Loose ball picked up by Withrow. Withrow wants to drive, try to split the defenders, flips up the shot. It goes in. They're not going to count it. Is out on the floor. That shot went all the way to the top of the backboard and just kind of spun into the net.
He took 2 steps after he shot it, so that's the right call. But Colton was the one that made that play possible. Got on the floor, dug it out, and we'll get the ball out under.
So the foul, I'm not sure who they called a foul on. They didn't put it on the board.
There was 2 of them right there.
That ball is going to get away on an inbounds pass, and not sure what happened there. Patriots ball, 3:50 to play in a half, 19-18, low-scoring game.
They threw it where we were going, and we got knocked off a route.
And Bowe in trouble, and going to jump ball, possession to the Patriots.
Bowe picked it up, and Gavin just jumped all over him.
And Turner will toss it in for the Patriots. It comes out to Mason Shirley. Shirley working against Mason Griggs. He'll get rid of it off to Cooper. He turns toward the basket against Ryan Shirley. Jumper from the free throw line is good.
Smith cleared out 2 of our guys on his pick and roll and gave him a free look from 15.
Cooper's first 2 points of the game, he averages 13.6. 21-18, Patriots by 3. 3:20 to play in the first half. There's Mason Griggs straight away with a 3-pointer. Banked it in!
Like he loaded it up a little weird, but threw it hard enough to hit the banking board.
Second People's Bank 3 tonight for Mason Griggs here in the half. He's got 10 points. Almost a turnover by the Patriots. It's Cooper working around the screen to the left side. Dumps it inside there to Smith. He puts it up and he's fouled. He's going to put it on Withrow.
He got stuck behind Smith rolling to the goal. We got to get on the other side of that.
And that's kind of a mismatch there because Smith is like 6'2", and Gavin's like 5'9". Tied at 21, and Smith's free throw is on the way, and it's good. He's a 70.5% foul shooter. So now the Patriots are 5 of 5 from the charity stripe here in the first half.
Those pick and rolls are creating some of those mismatches, and you see Warren drawing up a lot on the board when guys come in and out, showing them exactly how he wants them to defend instead of how we are.
Second shot missed by Smith. Rebound a pointer. 2:50 left in the first half. Mason Griggs left side over to Brooks. Gets a screen from Murphy. That turns and he threw it away.
Again, trying to
go back to Murphy, but too much on it.
Trying to get it. We're trying to pass it where we want them to be, not necessarily where they are, and we're turning it over too many times.
Patriots up by 1, 22-21, with 2.5 minutes to play before halftime. And here's Shirley, 18-footer over Griggs, short. Rebound to Murphy. Griggs was open down court and they didn't see him. Whips it down underneath to Griggs. He puts it up and in. Nice feed from Eli Brooks.
Mason gave him an angle. Eli took it.
Edward Jones, Jamie Harris assist for Eli Brooks. 23-22, jumper from the left elbow. No good for Coffey. Brooks ahead, up to Griggs on the right side. Trying to go to the basket, puts it up. It is no good, but he draws a foul.
He had 3 Patriots to beat there and slid around Shirley and drew the foul in the last one he had to beat.
Foul was on Coffey, his second, team 6th. Mason Griggs, 74.5% foul shooter at the line for the Trojans. The shot is too strong. Barren is 3 of 5 from the foul line here in the first half. Lane Stevens coming in for Corbin Murphy. And let's see. But they made a change in the Allen lineup. Griggs, his second shot is good. 24-22, the Trojans lead by 2 with 2 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Mason Shirley with a basketball, picks up his dribble and a whistle away from the ball. A holding foul charged to Lane Stevens, his first, team 6th.
They're in there hitting like offensive and defensive linemen, Colton and Cooper are.
And Mason Shirley fires it off the left corner to Smith. Smith throws it way back across over to Turner. Turner wants to penetrate free throw line. Pump fake, can't shoot. Floats it back out to Shirley. Shirley trying to make a move on Griggs. Backtracking in. Forces up the shot and he hits it.
Can't play better defense than that, though.
Tied at 24 with a minute and a half to go here in the second quarter. Lane Stevens deep on the right side. Dribbles around, stops and gives it to Ryan Shirley. Over to Griggs in the left corner. Griggs trying to backtrack in, feeds it there into Ryan Shirley. He puts it in. He looked like he may have got fouled.
Drew some contact, but played through it and put it in.
26-24. Shirley over to Cooper, long range right. Feeds it down in there to McIntyre. He'll put it up. It's no good. Gets his own rebound. In traffic, fires it back up. It won't go. Ball goes out of bounds. And the Trojans will get it with 1 minute to play. Ooh.
Not a lot of room in there to push bodies out of the way. You just got to go up and kind of tip it to yourself.
Yeah. Mason Griggs with it for the Trojans. He works against Mason Shirley. Bounce pass left side corner. McIntyre really putting the pressure on him. And there's the foul on McIntyre.
Put us in the bonus, won't it?
Yep, that'll be the 7th. I'm not sure what the discussion is.
Shouldn't be much.
A couple of the officials, but okay. Yeah, that was a right call. Not sure what the discussion was. Tate was kind of pivoting back and forth with his elbows, but he never made contact, so there's not a violation or anything like we saw the other night. Tate Warner hits the free throw, 70% from the line on the season. That is his 7th point. He knocked down a couple of threes in the first quarter. And the bonus try, good. 28-24, Trojans lead it with 45 seconds to go before halftime. Cooper with it for Allen County-Scottsville. Cooper still on the dribble. He'll bounce it out to Mason Shirley. 35 seconds to go. Mason Griggs guarding him on the high post left. It comes to Smith. Turns, gives it off to Cooper. Cooper now goes over to Shirley, deep on the right wing. 24 seconds to play. He'll bring it out almost to midcourt.
Defended well at the end of the first quarter. See if we can do it at the second, too.
And now Shirley. Bounce pass, stolen away by Porter. All alone for the layup. It's good.
Forced Shirley to give it up, and good things happen.
Steal by Griggs. Griggs leaning in, flips up the shot. It's no good, but a blocking foul on the Patriots.
That is a major swing right there. Allen County could have tied it up, right? And then we turn it over, get a bucket, turn them over again, get points maybe.
Foul is on McIntyre. That's his second of the team's 8th. 2 shots for Mason Griggs. Free throw, good. Gives the Trojans a 7-point lead with 1.6 to play. Griggs fires, and that one high off the rim. Rebound to Cooper. Throws a long, hits the top rafter, and that will do it for the first half of play. And it was a good last 20 seconds there for the Trojans to pull ahead by 7 here at the break. 31-24 over Allen County-Scottsville. We'll come back with a halftime report brought to you by South Central Bank. Always remember, if you find a vehicle on DonFranklinAuto.com, Don Franklin will then bring that vehicle to Glasgow and let you experience the Don Franklin difference. This is Barren County High basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. And welcome back to Barren County High School as the Trojans lead the Patriots here at the break 31-24. It was tied at 13 at the end of the first quarter. Barren County came back in the second period and outscored the Patriots 18-11. We welcome you to the South Central Bank halftime report. South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help. As we take a look at the stats for the first half and scoring for the Patriots, 9 field goals in the first half. One of those a three-point shot. They were 5 of 6 from the charity stripe. And leading the way for the Patriots, Mason Shirley has 14 of Allen County-Scottsville's 24 points. He had 6 baskets, one of a three-point shot, 1 of 1 from the foul line. And then 3 points for Wyatt Coffey, 1 point for Michael Smith. Jax Cooper scored 2. Trace McIntyre had a couple of free throws for 2, and Jordan Turner scored 2 in the first half. For the Barren County Trojans, 10 field goals in the first half, 1 more than the Patriots, but 4 of those were three-point shots. And Barren County was 7 of 10 from the foul line in the first half. Mason Griggs with 14 points in the first half for Coach Warren Cunningham. He had 5 baskets. 2 of those were three-point shots, and he was 2 of 4 from the charity stripe. Tate Pointer scored 10 in the first half, couple of threes in the first quarter. Picked up another field goal in the second quarter, and he was 2 of 2 from the foul line. Ryan Shirley with 3 points in the first half, a field goal and 1 of 2 from the foul line. Eli Brooks came off the bench and scored 4 in the first quarter on a field goal and 2 of 2 from the foul line. Gavin Withrow and Corbin Murphy started the ball game and not scored. Colton Stevens and Lane Stevens saw action but did not score in the first half. Donnie Metter taking care of us on some stats tonight, Robert, so let's take a look at those.
Yeah, appreciate him sending those very much. Barren County was 10 of 18 in the first half for 56%, including 4 of 8 from behind the 3. Very good shooting for the Trojans there in the first half. Tay hit 2 of 3 behind the arc, and Mason hit both of his three-point attempts. So we'll take that all day long. Allen County was 9 of 28, 32%. Just attempted 4 threes, hit 1 of those. And all in all, let's look at some rebounds. 14-16, we had a 2-point advantage there. Did give up 6 offensive boards. We turned the ball over 9 times. They turned it over 7. However, we were able to convert those 7 Allen County turnovers into 9 points. They were just able to convert our 9 turnovers to 4. So we have a 5-point advantage there. The 5 points goes away, however, in the second chance points. We said we gave up a few too many offensive rebounds, 6 of them, and they were able to score 5 points off of that. So if you look at the stats, a lot of good things on the Trojan side of it, and one of the other good things is how many points that Jax Cooper has. He's led them in scoring 4 out of the last 5 games. So far tonight, he just has 2 points on 1 of 5 shooting. So we're doing an excellent job defensively. Obviously, Shirley's hit some tough shots. He's 6 of 11 for those 14 points and hit 1 of 3 threes. But, you got to pick and choose defensively what you do. You shut everybody else down, Shirley's going to make some tough shots. You live with that if you're playing good defense, but you got to do a little bit better job cleaning up that board. This is about the same place we were at half down at Allen County. Yeah. We were up 6, right?
Actually, it was up 9.
Okay, up 9. So it was a little
28-19.
A little better, and they just kind of slowly came back, and we could never get back over the hump. So, we want to take this 7-point lead and go with it. It was tied 24 with 1:15 left. So we closed the half on a 7-0 run over the last 1:15. That's a big swing. We got to keep it swinging our way.
Right. Don't forget, tomorrow night we're right back here as the Trojans and Trojanettes host Warren Central. The girls' game will start at 6. We'll be on there at 5:40. Coach Darryl Murphy will join me for the girls' game and Chad Withrow for the boys' game tomorrow night. Robert, you got some other commitments to take care of, but you'll be back with me on Tuesday when we go to Tompkinsville.
I'm taking one of my vacation days. I haven't had any of those this year, so
I don't know what that is. What is a vacation day?
I know. I had to put in early for it this year, so.
Tuesday at Monroe County, that'll be a girls varsity only at 5 o'clock. And we'll be on there at 4:40 from Tompkinsville to bring you that broadcast. Monroe County boys are playing Greenwood, I think, in the second game that night. Of course, the Trojans are going to be here at home against South Warren. Coach Warren Cunningham picked up a game with South Warren for Tuesday night. Unfortunately, we can't broadcast both games, but we'll go to Monroe County since it's really considered a district game. But I'm not even going to speak even beyond Tuesday because there's so many changes anymore.
If anybody wants us to provide us with a helicopter, we might be able to get back and forth and do games.
That, yeah. So if anybody's listening has got a helicopter and they want to bring it to T-ville and get us back to Glasgow, we'll do that boys game.
Maybe even throw in some barbecue too.
Yeah. Back with the second half. This has been the South Central Bank Halftime Report. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. Back to the Farmers RECC Jackie Browning Memorial second half, and our third quarter presented by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Trojans up by 7 here at the break, 31-24. Make sure you join James Brown and John Butler every Monday at 4 o'clock for the Brown Sports Bag on 104.7 The Score or 104thescore.com, an hour-long sports show devoted to high school and college sports. Saxby's second half keys to the game, Robert.
Turn your defense up the way that you did in the first half and hit the boards a little bit harder.
Foul situation. Gavin Withrow picked up 2 in the first half. For the Patriots, Wyatt Coffey and Trace McIntyre had 2 apiece. Barren County will have the basketball to start the third quarter, as Ryan Shirley will get it into Gavin Withrow. Now Withrow on the dribble out front. Picks it up, top of the key, bounce pass right side corner, pulls the trigger for 3, it's in there.
Started the second half the way you start the first.
3 People's Bank threes for Tay Pointer tonight, and the lead is 10 for the Trojans at 34-24.
He's 3 of 5 from deep.
Right elbow, Cooper. Gets it out to Smith. Left side is Shirley. Shirley feeds it down low in there to Cooper. Post up in there against Mason Griggs. His shot way off the mark. Try to throw up a hook shot. And here's Mason Griggs to the right side. Angles off right. Trying to go into traffic. And a whistle. They're going to call a traveling violation.
Just couldn't get rid of it quite quick enough. Allen County trying to establish Cooper early in the second half. Trying to build him some confidence since he only had 1 bucket, as we mentioned in the halftime.
Yeah. Mason Shirley backs away. In between the circles. Right side with it over to Coffey. Coffey, ball's kicked by Ryan Shirley. Shirley's got a different jersey number. He's number 40.
Yeah, I think it's
instead of 14.
Got a little cut there. He's got some taped up on his wrist, so maybe a little blood on that 14 to go to 40.
1 minute gone here in the third quarter. Barren up by 10. Here's Shirley over the left side of McIntyre. McIntyre, 3, short. Long rebound comes off to Pointer.
Take that
Pointer
shot.
Racing down the floor with it. Going to the basket, flips it up and in.
Cooper tried to take the charge, set up way, way early. They just slid around him.
That's a 12-point Barren County lead. Here's Mason Shirley trying to go one-on-one. Leaning shot off the mark. Rebound in there by Murphy. Hands it off to Withrow. Pushing it down the floor. Angling off to the right side. He'll give it off to Griggs. And now Griggs bounce pass off to Pointer. Can't shoot the three this time as McIntyre picks him up. He'll give it off in the corner to Shirley. Goes baseline. Goes strong to the basket. Too strong against the window. Here comes Shirley with the basketball for the Patriots. Bounce pass right side. Coffee. A whistle. And they're going to call him with a foul. It's going to be on Withrow, his third. Gavin thought he got all ball.
Yeah, Shirley anticipated the contact, too much contact on the offensive end, and Gavin goes and picks up his third foul just a minute and 40 seconds in.
And so Coffee will be at the line for 2 shots.
That's a tough angle, the official running up the back of the play. It's a tough angle to see, and we had the same angle. I couldn't tell, honestly, if Gavin got all ball or across the arm.
Coffee's free throw is missed. It was all around the rim and fell off. So Eli Brooks, 6'6" sophomore, comes in for Gavin Withrow. McIntyre is going to check out for the Patriots, and he's replaced by Jake Bowe. Coffee back to the line for Allen County Scottsville with a second shot. And it's on the way, and it rims off the same way. Pointer with a rebound. Barren up by 12 with 6:15 to play in the third. Here's Brooks with it long range right. Wants to drive. Goes underneath. He's cut off, and he stepped on the baseline.
Got too deep. They cut him off, as you said, with nowhere to go.
Jordan Turner back in the Patriot lineup, coming in for Coffee. Long pass from Shirley down to Bowe out of the right corner. He's in a trap, trying to dribble out of it. Goes baseline, threw it right in the hands of Pointer, but he crashed into Corbin Murphy, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Bowe.
I don't know what we'd have rather had there, if we'd rather had the run out or the charge. Might have whistled in the wrong number. It's definitely on 5, though.
Yeah.
Collected. He called the foul on Corbin.
Yeah.
I think that's what he whistled in, but he just got mixed up. It was 5 blue instead of 33 white.
Ball comes into Griggs. He'll work against Shirley in the backcourt. So he gets it across the midcourt stripe. Griggs off to Pointer. Now Pointer turns on the dribble against Bowe. Crossover move. Steps back. He can't shoot. Gives it to Ryan Shirley. Around the perimeter right side goes to Griggs. Now Griggs had it back tap from behind. Turnover. Long pass down to Shirley in the left corner. Shirley driving. Hooks it behind him underneath the Smith. Pump fake. Put it up and in. 36-26. Smith's first field goal of the night. 5:25 to play in the third. Griggs and Shirley reaches in. Griggs down the floor, but got rid of it to Murphy. Back to Griggs. And now he's going to call Griggs the push-off.
Probably so. He was leaning and extended just a little bit, and Shirley sold it by falling on the floor. Allen County trying to turn it up, down 10. We do not need to let them cut the margin.
Right. It was 12 at 36-24. Bowe with the basketball. Ooh, almost picked up the pivot foot. Gives to Shirley. Here's Turner with it. Top of the key left. Over to Bowe. And now Bowe, crossover dribble. Gets it out to Turner. Right side it goes to Shirley. And now Shirley trying to float it down there to Cooper. Turns against Ryan Shirley. Trying to work inside. Spin move. Throws up the shot. It is no good. Crashing aboard is Corbin Murphy, and they're going to call a jump ball.
Pretty quick jump ball. Corbin tried to rip it away. Let him play just a little bit. Don't give in to that jump ball whistle.
And Cooper gets the ball in play to Shirley in the right corner. Gets a screen from Smith. Griggs has got 2 fouls on him. He's going to drive. Pump fake. Got Griggs off his feet. And there's the third one.
Yeah, no, you got to stay on your feet there. Have to go to the bench and ride it out with Griggs on the seat for a couple minutes anyway.
Shirley's free throw is good. 15 of Allen County Scottsville's 26.
our goal is to make more free throws than they shoot, and we did that in the first half, but they're getting to the stripe here in the second already.
He missed it. Rebound comes off to Ryan Shirley. Trojans have it with Colton Stevens into the front court. Started out there with Mason Shirley. Goes left side, reverses back right. Gives it to Brooks. Now Brooks back behind the arc. Back to Colton Stevens. He'll get rid of it to Pointer. Pointer curls, free throw line. Jump shot is no good. Murphy the rebound, back up and in.
Big man board by Corbin and put back.
38-27, Trojans by 11. Here's a pass down to Cooper underneath the Smith. He lost the handle, picked up by Corbin Murphy.
For sure layup blown.
Pointer up the right side, dribbles to the baseline, throws it off to Brooks. He'll fire it up for three. Air ball, and taken by Smith for Allen County-Scottsville. Here comes Shirley in the front court. Crossover dribble right. Try to backtrack in, pump fake. He'll put it up. It is good.
Colton did all he could there.
17 for Mason Shirley. The lead now to single digits, 38-29. 3:38 left to play here in the third quarter. Tay Pointer bounces it out to Brooks, top of the circle. Back to Pointer, can't shoot. Goes baseline, he's cut off. Has to whip it back out to Brooks, top of the key. Now goes right side with it to Colton Stevens. Colton Stevens trying to drive into the paint. He'll go up with a shot. May have got fouled there, but no whistle. And Colton Stevens tried to get it back underneath the basket, but he stepped on the baseline. Patriots ball. Jake Bowe gives it to Cooper. Cooper on the right side. Over goes to Turner. Now Turner on the dribble. Bounces it off to Smith. Now they go down to the corner. Here's a lob down in there to Mason Shirley. He'll whip it off the left corner. Three by Turner. Good.
You got to double down because of the mismatch in the paint with Shirley, and you give up a corner three.
Yeah, it's 38-32. They've cut that 12-point lead in half. 2:48 to play in the third quarter. Colton Stevens with the basketball. Goes left side with it to Pointer. Now Pointer feeds it there to Corbin Murphy. Turnaround shot. Good. Soft touch by Corbin Murphy from the left elbow.
Big bucket by Corbin. He's had a couple of them this quarter. Filled in nicely while we got a couple of our scorers in foul trouble.
40-32. Trojans on top with 2:37 to play here in the third quarter. When you're away from your radio, log on to Nash1037.com to get the games live on your computer, laptop, or smartphone, or use the Use App tab on the Nash 1037 Facebook page.
Fast quarter. 4 fouls between the two teams, and they cut it a little bit, but it's still an 8-point lead for the Trojans.
Yeah, they did cut it to 6. It was 38-32. Longest lead for the Trojans was 36-24.
We're still hanging on to that pivot we made there at the end of the second quarter where it was tied 24-24 with a minute to go. That's really opened it up, and we've kind of sustained here in the third with Griggs back out there with 3 fouls.
There's Jake Bowe with it on the right side for the Patriots. They'll get it out to Smith. Smith goes right side to Shirley. Pointer on him this time. Fires up a 3-point shot, and it's no good. Pointer with a rebound. It's Pointer will bring it up. Gives it to Griggs. Sends it off to Brooks in the right wing. Brooks back out to Griggs. Left side it goes to Pointer. Now Pointer looking. One dribble. Intended down low for Corbin Murphy. Saved by Smith. Turnover by the Trojans. Just under 2 minutes to play. Here's Shirley. Free throw line over to Cooper for a 3. Rimmed out. Rebound comes off to Griggs. Sends it up court to Pointer. And the pass is deflected. It goes out of bounds.
I couldn't see. Tough angle. Shirley was
tipped.
Was saying he didn't tip it.
Well, the ball couldn't do an angle like that.
No.
Pointer will put it in play. Comes out to Griggs. Now Griggs getting the screen from Ryan Shirley. Goes left side with it to Pointer. Now Pointer out to Lane Stevens. Back to Pointer. 3 in the air. Short. Barely grazed the iron. As Cooper comes up with the basketball. Gives it to Bowe. Bo on the left side of the floor. Whips it over to Shirley. Shirley wants to drive strong to the basket. His leaning shot is good and a foul. Tay Pointer, his second personal. That's number 4 on the Trojans in the second half. Pointer, the Patriots only have 1 foul in the second half. Sykes and McIntyre back in the game for the Patriots. And Shirley at the line. And he puts it up, and it is good. That cuts the lead to 5. That's the closest the Patriots have been since the Trojans were up 12 at 36-24. 1:15 left in the third. Griggs picks up his dribble early, gives it over to Pointer. Now Pointer looking. He'll give it out to Brooks. Swings it over to Griggs. Griggs trying to drive, but he's cut off. Whips it down in there to Pointer. He puts it up and in.
Griggs looked him off with his eyes, knew where Pointer was going, and delivered it right at the place to score it.
McIntyre up the baseline. Gets blocked from behind. Loose ball. Coming out there with his Brooks. Who's got a reach-in foul on somebody. And I believe it's on McIntyre. And if it is, that'll be number 3 on Trace McIntyre, the second foul of the half against the Patriots.
Eli's showing some big boy strength under there.
50.9 to play. Gavin Withrow's been on the bench for most of the third quarter.
Picked his 3 fouls up early in the quarter.
And here's Griggs getting across the line against McIntyre. Stops, trying to go backdoor. Couldn't do it. Gives it over to Pointer, trying to go off the screen. McIntyre reaches in and fouls him. And that's going to be his 4th. Team's 3rd of the second half. With 36.6 seconds to play. Griggs will toss it in on the side. Looking for Brooks. He's got it. And now Brooks on the dribble against Turner. Bounce pass off the left side to Pointer. Pointer throws it back out to Griggs with 27 seconds to play. Griggs wants to drive. He's trying to go to the basket. And a jump ball. Possession error to the Trojans.
No way. No way. He saw that through all those people. I don't know. Tough call.
Wow.
Tough call. Now they've got a chance with 20. Oh, well, at least we get it back.
Yeah.
I thought he pointed the other way. We get it back.
Griggs to toss it in. Right side of the bucket. Sends it out to Ryan Shirley. Ryan Shirley will throw it behind him over to Pointer with 18 seconds to play.
Should be able to take the last one now.
Now Griggs covered up by Bo. Trying to take him one-on-one. They come chase him, and they stole it away from behind. Here's Cooper. He'll drive. He'll stuff it. Almost missed it. On the other end, Brooks for 3. It's off the mark. That'll do it for the third quarter. After 3, it's the Trojans 42 and the Patriots 37. We'll come back with the fourth quarter after this timeout. This is Barren County basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. And it's the fourth quarter, and it is brought to you by South Central Bank. Small enough to know you, big enough to help. Trojans up 42-37. Got outscored by the Patriots 13-11 in that third period of play. Barren had built up a 12-point lead, scored the first 5 in the third quarter, but Patriots trying to rally back here. Here's Cooper at the right elbow. Turns and dribbles. Goes left side. Feeds it off to Shirley. Pump fake. Goes up with a shot. Missed the shot. Rebound in there by Brooks. As he clears it out to Gavin Withrow, who's back in the game. Withrow trying to make a move. Down the left side is floater. Good! 44-37. Withrow's first 2 points stolen and put up and in by Griggs.
Just took it away, the inbounds pass, just like he did at the end of the first half.
Now Shirley looking, feeds it off to Cooper. Bounce pass underneath to Smith. He puts it up good and a foul.
Barely any contact there. Eli was behind, and just our rotations got a little slow.
That's going to be his first and the Trojans' fifth of the second half. 46-39. Barron had got back up to 9 before that shot by Smith. And his free throw's on the way. It is good. Got the bounce and fell in. 46-40. Full court pressure by the Patriots as the ball comes into Withrow. Withrow will work against Mason Shirley. Withrow. Now dribbles left. Bounce pass in there to Ryan Shirley. Going strong to the bucket. Puts it up. No. Rebound in there to Corbin Murray. Oh, they're going to call him for over the back. That'll be his first and the team's sixth. Patriots only 3 fouls in the second half. 46-40. Barren County. 1 minute gone here in the fourth. Mason Shirley getting the screen from Smith. Drives. Cut off. Left to the lane. Hooks it off underneath to Smith. He puts it up and in.
We can't lose Smith. We've got to go to the nearest offensive player for Allen County and stop him.
And the closest the Patriots have been in a long time. It's now a 4-point Barren County lead. Withrow. Trying to curl. He'll hand it off out there to Pointer. Pointer, bounce pass in the corner. Ryan Shirley with a jumper off high. Battle for the rebound as Griggs and Murphy were fighting for it. Lost it, whistle, and they're going to call Mason Shirley with a forearm. That'll be his first and the team's fourth. Shirley needs to watch his mouth. He's about to get a technical foul.
He's already got a warning tonight, and just kind of mouthing out in that open air between everybody to see it there.
Ryan Shirley, right elbow, turns against Cooper, throws it out to Mason Griggs, sends it down the corner to Murphy, back out to Griggs. He'll give it over to Withrow. Withrow over to Griggs, a 3 in the air. It's no good. Rebound comes off to Smith. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Coffee in the right corner. Back out to Shirley. 4-point lead for the Trojans. Shirley going to drive to the bucket, puts it up and in.
He likes to fake the screen. Yeah. If the screen's on the left side, he'll just cut back right and use that screen as a decoy. I thought we had really grown from that first matchup, the way we defended at the end of the half. But there we were fooled a little bit, and he got a wide open pass to the right side of the rim.
So a 12-point lead now down to 2. It was 36-24. Barren County early in the third period. And now a 2-point game at 46-44.
They averaged just over 60. We averaged just under 60. So this is a little bit of a low-scoring game for both teams. But I think we prefer it that way. Still doing a pretty good job on Cooper, aren't we?
Yeah, Cooper with just a couple of field goals.
A bucket in each half?
Yeah.
We've got to stomp out the supporting cast, especially Smith, who's gotten a few buckets here this half.
And here's Withrow with a basketball over to Pointer. Pointer's at a trap, needs some help. And they're going to call a jump ball. Get it back. Cooper reached in, looked like he was on his arm, on the wrist there, but no call. Jump ball, Trojans get it.
It's about the 6th or 8th jump ball, it seems like.
Yeah. Withrow will toss it in. Comes out to Griggs. Now Griggs dribbles against Coffey. Left side goes to Withrow. Wants to drive against Shirley. He cuts him off. Needs some help. Comes back out to Griggs. Griggs trying to get around Coffey. Drives in. A little shot up and in. That was a nice move.
Yeah. Up and under and around
Cooper. Griggs, 18. 48-44. Shirley with the basketball. Penetrating the lane. Dishes off to Coffey. He puts it up and in.
We're just dedicating everybody to the drive instead of letting somebody take it and everybody else help.
48-46, Trojans by 2 with 5:07. We got a whistle away from the ball. Not sure what happened there. They'll put it on Coffee, number 3 on him, 5 of the Patriots here in the second half.
The communication, you remember when they met earlier at the end of the first half and we didn't know what it was about? They actually got Lane for an off-ball foul, but they got the foul earlier, so I'm not doing a good job explaining that, but we've got the benefit of the doubt earlier.
Corbin Murphy gets undercut, no call. Here's Pointer in traffic underneath the Griggs. He puts it up, got it blocked. Underneath, put back up, no good by Ryan Shirley. Here come the Patriots. They fire it through Cooper, and he saved it from going out of bounds. Now Shirley. Pass deflected, but Cooper's got it. He drives in. Spin move. Bounce pass back out to Shirley with a spin move. In the lane. Fall away shot. No good. Up high for the rebound is Mason Griggs. Gets rid of the basketball to Withrow. Withrow driving. He'll be fouled.
Say it's on the floor. We're one away from the bonus after this one.
Sykes will pick up his first. That's number 6 in the Patriots. Lane Stevens will come in for Corbin Murphy. Coca-Cola scoreboard, Caverna leads Glasgow girls 33-31 after 3. Understand Adwell not playing tonight for Glasgow.
Makes a difference.
Yeah, they get it in there to Griggs. A little pump fake, trying to get around Shirley. Puts it up, rolled it in.
I have no idea how he's able to get that extra momentum, and Shirley's going to get a technical.
Yep. He was
asking for it.
Close. Yep.
He didn't like
that. He's been mouthing quite a bit out there.
He didn't like that Griggs got an extra step. He thought he walked, and he told the official as much right underneath the rim. You saw it's kind of like what the Kentucky player did in the game on Wednesday night, getting the technical foul.
Withrow's shot is good. And his second one is up, and he missed it.
You can't really address the ref directly. Even though you don't agree, you can't just yell directly at the ref. That's 100% time technical. Coach Bonds wants an explanation. If you get a technical call to one of your players, you probably get it one. We'll get it back out on the side, up 5.
Trojans with Withrow trying to get the ball inbounds. It comes out to Griggs. Griggs off to Withrow on the right side. Back out to Griggs. Top of the key, 3. Bottom.
It's a big exchange, getting the ball back off that technical.
54-46. Bowe with it. Cross-court pass over to Sykes. And now Sykes looking. Gives it out to Turner. Turner, bounce pass in there to Cooper. Foul on Lane Stevens.
Lane's trying to fight around, and
that's the 7th team foul on the Trojans here in the second half. And Cooper at the line. 72% foul shooter on the year. Puts it up, and it is no good. Ball hits the floor, got his own rebound, put it up, no good. Try to get his rebound again. He goes to the floor, and there's going to be a foul. We just kind of stood around and watched that.
I don't know what exactly we did there, but we just didn't go get it. I think you just expected somebody else to do the work for you.
54-46 with 4 minutes to play. Here's Cooper's free throw. It is up. It's good.
Maybe we didn't know it was the bonus. Just a 1 in the bonus.
Yeah. 54-47. And this shot goes up, and he got them both.
Give up 2-point swing there.
54-48. Withrow will work it up court against Mason Shirley. They come to Griggs. Griggs back to Withrow. Back out to Griggs. Getting some pressure from Turner. He wants to drive to the bucket strong. Puts it up and in. Oh, they call a charging foul on Griggs.
Oh, my word, Jay. He fell sideways, and the call, Mason was already running back down the other way if they called a charge on him. Wow, big turning point there.
Yeah. 54-48. That's 4 fouls now on Mason Griggs.
That's maybe a bigger concern than wiping away the bucket.
And And Shirley in a trap, fires it down underneath the Turner. They're going to call a blocking foul on Pointer, and there's a technical foul.
He shouldn't have reacted the way. He got up and disagreed the same way Shirley did. So we'll get the foul and the technical. So that'll get how many free throws and a foul out, right? So it's 2 fouls.
They called the block on Pointer.
And the technical on Pointer.
And the technical on Pointer. That'll be
5 on him.
I thought it was 4.
First foul is 4, and the technical would be 5. Is that right?
Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, he already had 3.
Had a couple big turning points in the game. Allen's technical, we kind of flipped it around, and then we'll see what they do. They can get it as close as a 2-point game.
Yeah.
Because they'll have 4 free throws.
And Turner will be at the line. Free throws up. It is no good.
You go back in the opener, and like where we said this game doesn't matter for anything, you can see the emotion that they're playing with. Obviously, these two teams have had a couple heated battles in the last little bit, and he misses another free throw. He'll have a couple more, but surely he'll take these.
Yeah.
We've won 14 out of the last 17 in this matchup. We had won 14 in a row or before their win in the earlier game.
Shirley with now 23 points on the night, makes it 54-49.
They'll get the ball back too, won't they?
Yep. And this shot goes up. He hits that one. 54-50. Trojans with 3:32 to play. Tay Pointer fouling out of the game with 17 points on the night.
He had how many threes?
He had 3. Mason Griggs has hit 3. Peoples make 3s tonight. He's got 9 points in this quarter. He's got 9 of Barren County's 12 points in this quarter. Here we go. Ball comes out to Shirley. 3.5 left. Shirley. As Ryan Shirley comes up to guard him. And he's going to drive. Had it swatted out of his hands. Goes up in the air. Feeds it down in there to Smith. Spin, move in the lane. A whistle and an offensive foul on Smith.
Not sure Gavin was really trying too hard, but when Smith spun, it knocked him off balance enough to draw the charge. So they could have got it within 2, but missed some free throws and wasted that possession.
The ball comes into Withrow. He's going to work it up court against Bowe.
They're going to run and jump.
They're going to come the trap as they back off. As Withrow, top of the key, turns, gives it to Griggs. Griggs against Mason Shirley. Bounce pass over to Withrow. 2:56 to play. Withrow throws up the shot. It is no good. Crashing aboard McIntyre. Had it smacked out of his hands by Ryan Shirley, out of bounds to the Patriots.
Right call there. A long, almost 3 minutes on it.
And here's Mason Shirley. Had it swatted away by Withrow. Ball's loose, but picked up by Smith. Boy, he's in the lane. Here comes Shirley trying to go up against Ryan Shirley, and he banked it in off the window.
Got to grab that one again. We let them extend their possession, and they cash in. Now it is a 2-point game. Just over 2.5 to go.
Yeah. 2:35 left. It's Barren County 54, Allen County-Scottsville 52. Timeout brought to you by the People's Bank. The People's Bank in Glasgow, working for you. Check out 104 The Score with James Brown for photos, stories, and more from Trojan and Trojanet basketball. Log on to 104thescore.com or the 104 The Score Facebook page.
I like this varsity game being first. I know tradition says you do JV and then varsity, but it makes more sense to me when you think about it. You do varsity first. You got Eli, you got Colton, you got Lane, you got a couple of those guys that really contribute to the JV team first. Well, you don't want to play them all the JV game, wear them down and for the varsity game. So maybe that's something our girls will do in the future, is just do the varsity game first, and then if we play JV, do it second. I don't know why we maybe haven't done that all the way before. So anyway, I was looking through the JV book before the game started. I think they're undefeated. I'm not sure how many they played, but I don't think they've lost a game according to the book. If all their games is in that one book.
Well, I'd say you're right. And I think the JV Trojanettes only lost one game, and that was last night in overtime.
Allen County going to pick us up full court. Looks like man.
Ryan Shirley will get the ball in play. Comes in to Griggs. Griggs will send it up court to Brooks. He'll give it back to Griggs. He's going to drive to the bucket, flips it up. It is no good, but he's fouled.
Just rolled across the front of the rim.
And a foul is on McIntyre. And that'll be it for Trace McIntyre. He'll foul out with 2 points. Had a couple of free throws in the first quarter.
Got to come out here. Little miscommunication. I don't think the official knew it was 5 for a little while, and now we'll get McIntyre out and put Turner back in.
And Mason Griggs at the, at the line. He's 2 for 4 tonight, but he has scored 23 points in this game. First one is good. 24 for Mason Griggs.
Got 3 fouls still.
And this one bounces in. No, actually, Griggs has 4.
Okay.
56-52, 2:25 left. Barren County, 4-point lead. Here's Shirley. He walked, no whistle. And Cooper, jumper, good from the right elbow.
We switched Shirley over to Cooper, and Gavin's still guarding Shirley. Got to keep Griggs away into that foul trouble.
Ball comes into Griggs. He'll throw it up court to Ryan Shirley. Shirley driving strong to the bucket, puts it up. It is a blocking foul.
Dangerous. But when you're running step for step with somebody, there's a very slim likelihood they can get set up to take the charge on you, and Smith couldn't.
Both teams in a double bonus. That was 3 on Smith. Ryan Shirley. Free throw, no good. He'll get one more.
Didn't look good coming out of his hands there.
Ryan Shirley, 3 points tonight. Had 1 of 2 free throws in the first quarter, scored a bucket in the second. Got one more here. And it's on the way, and it is no good. Rebound to Smith. Barren County's missed 3 free throws here in the fourth quarter. Here's Mason Shirley with a jumper. It rimmed out. Rebound to Ryan Shirley, and he's fouled by Cooper.
Good chance to redeem himself at the stripe here.
That'll be his second. Walk to the other end of the floor. You know, in softball and baseball, the varsity does play first.
Yeah.
Maybe basketball should be that way.
It's not always
when it's a JV varsity.
It's not always like that. But
we don't have very many of those.
Right, but everybody does that except the 13th district. The 13th district plays their JV first and then varsity. But you're right, everybody else does that.
Ryan Shirley had a lot of rim on that one, but it goes down, makes it 57-54 with a minute 53 to play.
I had to think, it's been so long since I've done a baseball game, I forgot what it was even like.
Of course, Rex Rush had to text me, let me know that. Here's this free throw. Good. Ryan Shirley makes it 58-54. It's a 2-possession game. Minute 48 to play in the ball game. Cooper driving, trying to get around Ryan Shirley, and Shirley fouls him.
Not a bad foul. Had no help, so that was a pretty for sure layup, even though Cooper missed the one coming off of his free throw rebound.
Cooper is 2 for 3 at the line. He has made those here in the fourth quarter. And he'll get 2 free throws here. First one is on the way. No good. Comes off. Eli Brooks for Corbin Murphy for the Trojans with a minute 45 to play. Jake Sykes is back on the floor for Allen County-Scottsville. Second shot for Cooper, no good. Rebound to Griggs.
So good foul for sure.
Minute 40 left in the game. Barren up 4. Withrow. Right side, Brooks. He was out there open for the three-point shot. Ooh, gives it to Ryan Shirley. Over to Withrow. Withrow looking. Bounce pass back to Shirley. They feed it into Griggs. Shovels it back out, and it was almost stolen away. A loose ball. And a timeout by the Trojans. Yeah, the Patriots almost came up with a steal there.
Yeah, Warren kind of saw the same thing we did, was kind of getting a little loose ball situation, more of a scrum, and we've got 4 timeouts, as I said there, so might as well call them.
Stay tuned for the CPC Commodities post-game report. Remind you this broadcast brought to you in part by Edward Jones financial advisor Jamie Harris. Let Jamie Harris of Edward Jones assist you today with your financial planning. We'll have the Monticello Bank MVP of the game later tonight. Warren Central here tomorrow, 6 o'clock for the girls' game. Airtime 5:40. Tuesday night, we will go to Monroe County for the Trojanettes game against the Lady Falcons. That's a 5 o'clock game on Tuesday. The Trojans will host South Warren on Tuesday night. So we'll have the broadcast of the girls' game on Tuesday.
That's the way it looks right now anyway.
Yeah, anything can change on a daily basis anymore with this COVID.
I hate to miss that one tomorrow night. I'm interested to see how our boys match up. I know we're playing pretty even here with Allen County, and Allen County got beat by 30, you said, by Central.
Yeah, so Mason Shirley and Trace McIntyre did not play in that game for the Patriots.
So that's a definite situation where you can't compare scores.
Right. But Warren Central's really good. Yeah. They're really good. They lost 10 seniors, all 5 starters. They just reloaded. 1:20 left, and that should have been a foul right there, and they'll call the foul on Bo.
I hope, yeah.
Yep. His second. That was a late whistle, though, on the reach. He should have called it before then, but nevertheless, the foul on Bo is going to put Gavin Withrow at the line. And Withrow's free throws on the way. It is not going to count. Got a lane violation.
Oh my Lord! Eli was just standing on the line. Like he didn't like lose his balance and fall over. He just was standing on the line.
So that takes a point away, which would have been 59-54. Well. Withrow for the second toss. It's on the way, and it rims off. Cooper with a rebound. Mason Shirley. Long 3. Bottom. Cuts it to 1 point with 1:08 to play. 58-57. Allen County-Scottsville crowd getting pretty vocal in here.
Yeah. Thankfully, they're not right on top of us. They'll give Allen 2 timeouts, us 3, both teams double bonus. They've got the arrow, a minute to go, 1 point lead for us. It was up to as many as 12, is that what it was?
Yeah, it was 36-24, that was the largest lead.
And that was right there coming out of the halftime break, and they've chipped and chipped and chipped away until they're right here at us. I'm not sure they've ever taken the lead. Have they? I don't think so.
Ryan Shirley tried to get the ball in play. Have to hurry. There's a timeout.
It's worth a try. Again, with 3 timeouts, it was worth. We tried the run out, but they covered it up really well, and then they covered up everybody else too. So we had a hard time getting it in, and you don't want to force something, especially in the deep corner where they can trap you. So we called a timeout.
You know, we looked at the ratings for this week. The Patriots number 4 in the Bowling Green Daily News prep poll. Barren County was number 7. And the Lexington Herald leader had the Trojans 4 and the Patriots number 5. So you'd expect a pretty even ball game.
RPI, they're a 1 point favorite against us.
So Shirley, Lane Stevens, Griggs, Withrow, Murphy on the court for the Trojans. They've got Sykes, Shirley, Bowe, Smith, and Cooper for the Patriots. Ryan Shirley Gets it in play to Withrow. He's looking at a trap, bounces back to Ryan Shirley, gets it across the line. They're fouling him. Oh, wow. There's a reach in, finally going to be called.
Get it on Sykes.
And that'll be his second. Ryan Shirley got a little bit of floor burn on that right elbow. With 1:01 to play. 2 shots for Ryan Shirley, and he is 3 of 6 tonight. Free throw is up. It is good. Rattled it down. 59-57 Trojans. Shirley back of the stripe. The shot good. 60-57. 1 minute to play in the game. Here's Mason Shirley. And a pass over to Cooper in the corner to Sykes. Back to Cooper. Sends it over the right side to Turner. Turner on the right side back out to Shirley with 48 seconds to go. Shirley spinning. Going inside underneath to Smith, and he puts it in. 60-59, 40 seconds to play. Foul on Sykes will be his third.
It's odd that they fouled that quick and didn't play it out defensively with it just being a 1-point game. But that extends the game.
Yep. Gavin Withrow at the line. Now he is 1 of 4. We had to take 1 point away because Brooks was on the line. Big one's right here. Free throw good. 61-59 Trojans with 38.8. Withrow fires and hits. Come out. 62-59. Barren County with 38.8. Full timeout called.
Still a 1-possession game,
yeah.
And the way Shirley's the main one that shoots the 3 for them. If you're looking at their 3-point shooters, he's got how many tonight? He's got
2 tonight.
So he's got 21 on the year. The next highest person has 5 coming into tonight's game.
Yeah.
So he definitely is their main 3-point shooter. They have a couple that can hit it, but you know, you're going to force somebody else to beat you if you have a game plan and you're going over this in the huddle, I do believe.
Turner hit a 3 back in the third quarter. For Mason Shirley tonight, 29 points. That's about 12 points above his average on the season at 17.7. Of course, Tay Pointer fouled out for the Trojans, finishing with 17 points on the night. McIntyre's fouled out for the Patriots.
He's one of the other ones you would look to, maybe off-ball situation. He's got 5 threes on the year, shoots it over 40%, but he's out. So, you know, it's really just a matchup situation. They're going to take whatever they can get quickly, whether that's a 3 or a 2.
38.8 to play. Patriots ball. Trojans up by a tray. As Cooper gets the ball in play to Shirley.
Oh.
That ball almost got away. Shirley is in a trap, fires it down underneath the Turner, blocked, and put back up and in by Turner, and he's fouled. Did not get on the boards.
No. Terrific block by Mason Griggs. And like you said, we couldn't get on the board and corral it, and they've got a chance to tie it up here at the stripe. Does Turner.
Turner's 0 for 2 from the line.
Got to block out.
62-61 with 30.5. Shot is no good. Rebound to Ryan Shirley. He'll get rid of it to Murphy, and a foul.
Corbin couldn't get rid of it before they fouled him, and their goal, you see, they're not even trying to let us get across the half-court stripe. They're going to foul and extend this game out as long as it can last.
Yeah.
They like their odds a little bit better with us shooting free throws and them shooting on the offensive end.
Corbin Murphy, 45.5% from the line on the free throws he's shot this year. A couple of field goals in the third quarter. The shot is no good. He'll get one more.
Way too hard.
1 point Barren lead, 27.3 to play. Murphy with the second shot. It's on the way, and it rims good. 63-61. Shirley with the basketball. 3 in the air. It's not going to count. They called a timeout right before he released the ball. The 3 will not count. How about that one?
And he's just livid at his coach. Livid. You do that as a coach. I mean, it's happened to our boys and girls both, where we've from the bench called a timeout where we could have gotten it out and got a layup on the other end, but it's the way the game goes. You sometimes let them play through it, and sometimes you call a timeout because you feel better about it, and he didn't like that the coach didn't trust him, his exact words. So
22.3 to go. Barren County up by 2, 63-61. The Patriots will have the basketball. Have one Coca-Cola scoreboard update. Glasgow girls went over Caverna tonight, 43-41. Of course, understand that the Lady Scotties were without Ansley Atwell tonight. That's the only score I've got coming in.
We'll reset it again for you. One timeout each way, double bonus, and they've got the arrow, but most importantly, they've got the ball down 2.
And Turner will toss it in right next to the Allen County-Scottsville bench. As it comes out to Mason Shirley. 20 seconds to play. Shirley off the right elbow to Cooper. Cooper turns and looks. He's going to feed it down underneath to Smith. And he's having trouble. Puts up the shot. No good. Ball goes out of bounds. And they're going to say, is it a foul or
no? Just a loose ball, Barren ball.
No, they've called a foul.
Oh, the one underneath called just out of bounds. The one on the side called a foul.
Foul is on Smith. Yeah, I thought they were going to call a ball knocked out of bounds.
I was looking underneath the rim instead of on the off official. So Shirley goes to the line.
Ryan Shirley, 1 field goal tonight, 5 out of 8 from the foul line, 2 big ones right here. And the shot goes up, and it is going to be short.
33 of 41, 81%. It's pretty good coming into the game.
Yeah. And timeout by Allen County-Scottsville.
He'd already thrown him the ball.
Yeah.
The one official wasn't looking at the other one.
Full timeout with 8.5 to play. Barren County 63, Allen County-Scottsville 61. Ryan Shirley will go back to the free throw line.
It takes Allen down to 0. So whatever happens, they've got to go with it now. We would much rather it be a 3-point game than just a 2-point game.
Yeah, Shirley, 80.5% foul shooter on the year. He has hit 4 of 7 here in the fourth quarter.
They've tried to make it a free throw shooting contest is really what they've done with extending the game and fouling us without really playing much defense. You see a lot of teams that'll go 5 or 10 seconds and try to get the steal before they foul. No. As soon as we got the ball in, they are fouling us. So, big free throw here.
Yep.
On the record in the district standing, this is just another game, but emotionally, you can feel it's just a district rivalry.
All right, Ryan Shirley has the ball in his hands. Can give the Trojans a 3-point lead. And here's his shot. It's up. It is good. Take a 3 to tie it with 7 seconds. Here comes Shirley. Shirley on the right side, a whistle and a foul.
You don't see us do that very much, but we fouled, so he could not get the 3 off. So Shirley will go to the line with 2 shots.
Well, he's pretty good from the free throw line.
Talking strategy a little bit with Bonds. You want to make the first one, try to miss the second one, or do you want to make both and try to extend the game?
4.3 left. Shirley at the line. Barren up by 3. His shot goes up. It is good.
So what do they do here? They have no timeouts to talk it over. No matter what they decide to do, we've got to be solid and get the board.
64-62 Trojans. Shirley back of the line. He intentionally missed it, and he stepped over the line, they said.
That's an easy call. He was way too quick. He actually executed very well right off the front of the rim, right back to him, but that's a violation.
So Shirley will toss it in for the Trojans. What do we got?
Nothing.
Coming into Withrow, and Withrow is going to be fouled with 1.8.
He tried to hold Griggs before the ball came into bounds, and they didn't give it to him.
Foul on Bo. That's number 3 on him, I believe. So now Gavin Withrow needs to hit both of these to put it out of reach. First one on the way, rims off.
We'll just take one. Well,
it's 64-62, and we have to hit this one. Goes up, and he got it. 65-62, takes a three to tie. It'll come into Shirley. Desperation shot is off the backboard, and the Trojans have won it 65-62 over the Allen County-Scottsville Patriots.
Good win.
The Trojans now have won their 7th game in a row, and that busts up a 4-game win streak for Allen County-Scottsville. The Trojans go to 10-3 on the year, and Allen County-Scottsville drops to 8-3 on the season. We'll come back with the CPC Commodities post-game report. CPC Commodities, proven at our farm, made for yours. Always remember, if you find a vehicle on DonFranklinAuto.com, Don Franklin will then bring that vehicle to Glasgow and let you experience the Don Franklin difference. This is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow at 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. Well, the Trojans come out on top tonight, 65-62 over Allen County-Scottsville. As we welcome you to the CPC Commodities post-game report. Having a little trouble with my phone here, trying to get the stats from Donnie Metter. They're not coming through for some reason. We'll get the tally on the scoring here in just a second. All right. And the Trojans and Patriots were tied at 13 at the end of the first quarter. Barren County went on top 31-24 at the half. It was 42-37 after 3 periods of play. In that fourth quarter, the Patriots scored 25. The Trojans scored 23, but Barren County hangs on to win after having a 12-point lead at one time, 36-24, and win at 65-62. Patriots with 23 field goals. 3 of those were three-pointers. 13 of 24 from the foul line is what I had. Donnie may have had, there might have been a couple that I missed, but I had 13 of 24 for the Patriots. 30 points for Mason Shirley's. He had almost half the points for Allen County-Scottsville tonight. He had 11 baskets and 6 of 8 from the line. 10 points for Michael Smith. Wyatt Coffey scored 5. 8 points for Jax Cooper tonight. 3 baskets, 2 of 5 from the foul line. Trace McIntyre scored 2. And Jordan Turner had 7 for the Patriots. For the Trojans tonight, 20 field goals, which was 3 fewer than the Patriots, and had 6 3-pointers in the game. 19 of 30 from the foul line is what I had. We'll recheck that here with our stats in a little bit. Has had a little problem tallying them up. But Coach Warren Cunningham, and Coach, congratulations to you. A hard-fought win for you here over the Patriots, and you keep the win streak going.
Yeah, it's more. I mean, I guess the win streak. I haven't really thought about that, Jay. But I mean that's good. But it means you're kind of playing consistent. But we knew this was going to be a battle and come down to a game of execution, a crazy game. I mean, there are a lot of swings both ways, and we were kind of in the driver's seat a little bit just because we had a lead. It was a slim lead most of the fourth quarter there, but it helped us just enough down the stretch there.
Yeah, you're up by 12 at one time in that start of the third quarter. You went on a 5-0 run and led by 12. It was 36-24.
Yeah, and I mean, they're really good. They're not gonna lay down, and Shirley's too good, and he just makes everybody else better. But we knew they would make a run, and we just kept, we tried to talk about it at halftime. We were in a similar situation than we were in over at their place, where we make a little run at the end of the second quarter, and I think we were up 9 over there at the end of the half, and then we're up 7 today, and just we had to make sure that we come out in the third quarter and execute better. We went 9 minutes over there without scoring, and tonight we just we scored it pretty consistently. We had trouble guarding. Shirley was making shots, and it's not just his shots; it's the passes that get you.
Yeah.
Everybody else stares at the ball, and you can work on it all day, but we don't have a Mason Shirley that to practice against that is good at as he is, and made some plays, but we made just enough there to just enough free throws and just enough plays to hold them off.
Well, we've got a Mason tonight that did quite well, I thought. Mason Griggs, 25 points.
Yeah, he was great, and he kind of quietly goes about his business and puts up some really good games and puts up good numbers. I told him the other night, I think it was a Central Hardin game. I can't remember how much he scored, but he guarded really good, and it kind of quietly, and you go back and look at the stats, and he'll have, tonight I know he has 24, but there's times he'll have, 14 points and 6 rebounds and 3 steals, and just does so many things for our team, and he's just he's critical to what we do on both ends, and just makes a lot of things and doesn't do a lot of things flashy, but he has become a really good player, and he's becoming more consistent, and just really proud of him.
Yeah, he had 4 baskets there in the fourth quarter, one of those a 3, and outside of that, you only had 1 field goal in the fourth quarter, which Gavin Withrow made, but made some big free throws down the stretch.
Yeah, we made just enough. We had we missed a couple, kind of uncharacteristic. Ryan has been really good from the free throw line all year. Gav is usually really good from the free throw line, and those guys both missed a few, but we'll put the ball in their hands and put them right back out there the next time.
I had us for 19 of 30. I may be off on that.
That's what's in the book.
Okay.
You're pretty good, Jay. Not your first game either.
I excelled in math. No, but 19 of 30 from the foul line. Hit 6 3-pointers, and of course Tay Pointer fouled out, which made a little bit of a difference there. Did not get to score in the fourth quarter, but he knocked down 3 threes for you, 2 of them early in the game.
Yeah, he did, and he's playing with a lot of confidence. And the biggest thing with him is when he rebounds and does some other things, he scores more. And at times he kind of goes back to old Tay, where he's just shoots and doesn't get as involved in the other parts of the game. But when he does that, he's a big asset to our team, and he's a really good player. And we don't have anybody that works as hard at it or puts in as much time as Tay. So he's critical to our team, and his shot making is critical to our team.
Of course, Ryan Shirley battling inside there tonight, finishing with 8 points, but he hit some big free throws for you down the stretch. So did Gavin Withrow.
Yeah, they did, and I thought the Corbin and Eli and Lane, we were kind of rotating them there based on matchups and kind of what we were trying to do on both ends. But I thought those guys, I know Corb scored 5, Eli had 4, Lane didn't score, but I thought what they were doing, on both ends, especially defensively, was really helpful to our team. Eli can give us a help offensively, and Lane can too. He's not looking to do that a whole lot right now, but I thought the job that those 3 guys did, and Lane and Eli especially haven't been in the game at the end of games very often, and Corbs hasn't been at times, but tonight we were, with some guys out in foul trouble. That's who we were rolling with, and I'm proud of those guys. That's why you got to work and you got to stay ready, because when your time comes, you got to be ready to go. You never know when, especially especially with everything that's going on now. You never know when the next guy is going to be needed, but those guys were really good for us.
And you got to turn right around and play Warren Central tomorrow night, a team that lost 10 seniors, all 5 starters, but they've just reloaded this year.
Yeah, they have, and they're probably not as physically as imposing as they were a year ago, but they shoot threes, they shoot it well. They'll pressure you, of course, and they got a lot of them that they can run at you. So just kind of took a peek at the film earlier, but I'll get back and watch some of that tonight and tomorrow, and be a good test for us. You know, we didn't play those guys last year during the regular season, and they popped us pretty good there in the region. And you know, we have a completely different team. They have a completely different team, but there will be some similarities as far as the way that they play and getting up and down the floor and shoot threes. Obviously, you got to take care of the ball. You got to guard the three-point line, and got to rebound. So we'll come back and give it another shot tomorrow.
Not too many teams have won 10 ball games this year.
Well, a whole lot of teams. We're so thankful to have played that many, Jay. And you look around our region, there's just not a whole lot of people, and not only our region but the state. We've been very fortunate. Our guys have done a great job, I think, of trying to take care of themselves, and if they don't feel well, to stay away, to try to do some things that maybe, you know, just affects them and not everybody else. And it's a great act of unselfishness when they do that, because they don't want to be sitting at home. They want to be here with their teammates. But you know, I'm proud of our kids and our parents who've all they understand what's, you know, what could happen, and we could all do this thing perfectly, and it could still happen. And you know, we want to do everything we can for them to stay safe. But our guys have, I think, for the most part, have done a really good job of trying to make some sacrifices, and not only in what they do, but also who they're around. And you know, like I said, if they're not feeling well and some things like that, or in situations in their home, then they're staying home. And that's you know, it's a great act of unselfish. In a lot of ways, it's just as important as what we're doing out here, because they could certainly be selfish about it, and it affect all of us. But we just we're thankful for each day we get to play, and we'll hopefully get to come back and get another shot tomorrow. That's right.
Keep it going. Coach, congratulations to you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Jay.
Coach Warren Cunningham and the Trojans winning over the Patriots tonight here 65-62 as we continue our CPC Commodities post-game report. We're looking at the scoring for the Trojans tonight. Again, they had 20 field goals. 6 of those were three-pointers, 19 of 30 from the foul line. And there were 2 players in double figures. Mason Griggs with 25 points tonight. He had 14 in the first half and scored 11 in the fourth quarter. He had 9 field goals. 3 of those were three-point shots, and he was 4 of 6 from the charity stripe. Tay Pointer finishing the night with 17. He fouled out in the fourth quarter. He had 3 threes, 3 twos, and 2 for 2 from the foul line. 8 points for Ryan Shirley tonight. He scored 5 of those 8 from the foul line there late in the fourth quarter. 6 points for Gavin Withrow. He was in foul trouble a lot in the first half, and he had a basket, and 4 of 8 from the foul line for the ball game. Corbin Murphy, 5 points tonight. Couple of field goals, 1 of 2 from the foul line. Eli Brooks scored 4 points in the first quarter, had a field goal and 2 for 2 from the foul line. And what kind of stats do we have there, Robert?
All right, you want to go ahead and look at those?
Yes.
All right, Barren County tonight shot the ball very well. 20 of 40, so we'll give them 50%, 6 of 14 from deep for 43%, so that kind of shooting is going to win you a lot of ball games, and you hit 19 free throws. That could have been a little better percentage, but you still got there a lot and made them when they counted. Allen County, we held them to just 32% in the first half, but they got a little bit better in the second, so 23 of 55 for the game, 42%, 3 of 9 from deep, and they just made 13 of their 23 field goals. So I said we wanted to make more than they shot. We got really, really close. Rebound-wise, 28 rebounds for us, 34 for them, and I switched that, I'm sorry. 34 for us, 28 for them. They did out-rebound us on the offensive side. Turnover-wise, we'll finish with that. We had 17 turnovers, a little too many, forced Allen County into 12, but the points off turnovers were pretty even. We got 9 out of them, and they got 8.
Coach Warren Cunningham's comments tonight brought to you by McDonald's. Enjoy a McDonald's meal tonight at your Glasgow McDonald's. It's time to select the Monticello Bank Trojan MVP of the game as the JV game getting ready to start here. Monticello Bank is your MVP when it comes to all your financial needs. Proud sponsor of Barren County Trojan and Trojanet basketball. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. And
I'm going to have to think about this one a little while, but I think the consensus would be give it to somebody that shoots 75% from the field and 75% from three. Mason Griggs was 9 of 12 overall, 3 of 4 from deep, and had 4 rebounds to go along with that. So Mason Griggs is your player of the game MVP tonight.
Another career high for Mason Griggs. He had 22 the other night against Pulaski County, and tonight he gets 25. He scored in that Pulaski County game Tuesday night. He had 16 points in the second half, but finished with 22. But another career high tonight, 25 for Mason Griggs.
Good game.
It's a really good game.
Yeah, put us on his back down the stretch, and he was playing with foul trouble too for the majority of the game. Went out with 3 and came back, got his 4th, and then played the rest of the way with those 4.
Yeah. We'll come back and wrap things up here on our post-game wrap-up, brought to you by CPC Commodities. Again, the Barren County Trojans win tonight over the Allen County-Scottsville Patriots, 65-62. This is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. The final score tonight, Barren County Trojans 65, Allen County-Scottsville Patriots 62 as the Trojans go to 10-3 on the year, and a 7-game win streak heading into tomorrow night's game against Warren Central. The girls' game, I just got a final score from Piper Lindsay on the score. Let me see if I can pull it back up here again on the Coca-Cola scoreboard. Bowling Green girls beat Warren Central tonight 53-36. 53-36, Bowling Green over Warren Central tonight.
Be interesting to see what Warren Central's girls have tomorrow night matched up against us. I think they've got a little better RPI, but a lot of factors, as we said, go into that.
Yeah, so that's the latest scores we have on the Coca-Cola scoreboard. Glasgow winning over Caverna tonight, 43-41 in the girls' game. And again, Ansley Adwell did not play for Glasgow tonight. They still come out with the victory there. And I believe that's all I have. You got anything?
No.
Okay. Well, that's going to wrap it up here. Again, tomorrow night we'll be back here at 5:40. Coach Darrell Murphy will join me for the girls' game. Chad Withrow for the boys' game as our broadcast here here from Barren County High School. Girls will start things off at 6 o'clock, and then the Trojans and the Dragons in the nightcap tomorrow night. I want to thank Matthew Clark, our studio producer tonight, back in the Nash 103 studios. And now for Robert Bauer, this is Jay Turner. Until tomorrow night, thanks for being with us, and good night from Barren County High.